All right, everyone, are you all in? 3:41. Okay, so to play Kahoot, earlier, like how Mr. Shafiq mentioned, you're supposed to scan your full name with your 4 last telephone number. Okay.
Hello guys, just a quick reminder. Please use your real name followed by the last 4 digits of your phone number so that we can track you, the winner.
Okay, Ken? All right, another 30 more seconds, I'll give it to people, because I think some of you are still entering. Okay, we're gonna start, right?
Yes.
Okay, starting in 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's nice. Wow, surprisingly, no anyone boss, huh? Interesting. Okay, so some of you are experts. That's amazing. That's good. Okay, competent person is specified under which section? Okay, it's under section 49A. I think earlier one of the questions in the chat box stated that isn't mentioned anywhere in the regulation. It's not mentioned in the Scheduled Waste regulation, but it's mentioned in our act, in our EQA act under section 49A. So regarding one of the person who asked me about, you need to be present there. According to the act, your job while doing your work, meaning to say every time there's any scheduled waste, how do I say, transaction happening, you have to be physically there. That's pretty much your job. You have signed up for it. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. The waste generator must notify within how many days from the date that any scheduled waste is first generated? All right, so many of y'all have got it right. 30 days, okay? Okay. How many main groups of scheduled waste are there in the first schedule? All right, 5. Okay, so there are 5 groups and there's 77 codes. Okay. Oh, Miss Alina came down. Uh-oh, did I give you all the answer? Okay, this is bonus answer for y'all, huh? Please don't get these wrong. Okay, okay. Oh, still ada orang salah. Guys, I just gave you all the answer earlier. Okay, please 77 codes, please remember. Okay, waste card, which is known as Schedule 7, is given by whom? Okay, very good. The waste generation to the contractor or the waste collector, okay? All right, last one. Okay, let's see this one if you all know or not. Okay, waste generator. Uh-oh. Mr. Hee or Hee, you have to. Okay, then next. Okay. So I think all right. So all the top 3 winners, please do contact Mr. Shafiq. Nak kau lagi. Oh, okay. One time deal only. Okay. Sorry, there's no second chance here. My bad. Okay. Okay, so you all had fun? Okay. All right, congratulations to top 3. Yes, very good. To top 3, please do contact Mr. Shafiq to get your e-vouchers. Okay.
Nak kahut lagi?
Not lagi. Okay, we'll play some other time, okay? If there's time, okay? All right. Okay, so I think some of y'all still got it wrong, even though I told you all ada 77 schedule waste codes, okay? Tolong ingat dia ada 5 grouping, meaning to say SW in the first one will be metal bearing waste. Like schedule waste with the 2 in front will be anything principally inorganic, okay, whether you may contain metal or organic materials. And then number 3, okay, SW3, and then with the blah blah at the back, with like waste containing principally organic constituents such as metal or inorganic materials. And then SW4 will be anything either inorganic or organic. Okay, and lastly will be any residue from treatment, recovery, or schedule. So this is the only special one has SW501. Dia tak ada anak-anak di bawah dia. It's just SW501 sahaja. Okay, pernah ke sesiapa guna SW501? Pernah declare ke? Anyone has declared?
Tak pernah.
Tak pernah, right? Yeah. No, okay. I also tak pernah declare before this, but it's a very unique schedule lah. Okay, it's just 501. All right. Exercise time. Okay, let's see. How many of you all actually can label this? So what you can do is either write it on your chat box, or either you can write it on a paper, and then we can openly discuss. Boleh? Got prize? Uh-oh. There's no prize, so, but is this, knowledge learning? Let's see how many of you all actually identified this properly. I mean, since we're doing this virtually, I'm sorry we're doing it virtually. If it's physically, it would be fun to do it in a group, and we can see who's the fastest group. Are you sure? Number one is biohazard. Everything is hazardous. Nothing is not hazardous. Okay. Infectious substance waste. That's similar. That sounds familiar. Okay. B, yes, correct. Inflammable solids, correct. I like how all of you are Googling this right now and getting the right answers. Before this, all of you are getting it down. Okay, F, yes, it's actually called mixture of miscellaneous dangerous substance, actually. Okay, inflammable liquids, correct for D. What about C? I think C is a clear cut. The answer is dah depan, dah ada dah. Not Google, just guess. Ayo, you serious? Or maybe ChatGPT, your fast one. Okay, all right. So we'll discuss this after a while, after this, all right? So you all can see the labels requirement of schedule waste. Have you all seen this before? Pernah ke tengok dengan dia punya warna? And pernah ditegur ke oleh DOE jika warna tu betul ke tak betul? Have you all pernah ditegur? Pernah tengok? Okay, pernah tengok, but tak pernah ditegur oleh DOE. Very good question. Kena ikut warna ke? Yes, that's sad to say. You have to actually print it out color atau you stencil ke? These are all in our guidelines. You have to follow the color and the background color. Yes, the label mostly, yes, in our legal books are always black and white. I mean, because they printed out black and white, right? So best is to see it online atau dekat you punya phone lah. Okay? So since now you all actually have exposure, now best is you all boleh print screen ke? Because today's slide tak akan dibagi kepada peserta. So if you want to take pictures, you are allowed to take pictures. Okay? So as you can see, explosive substance. Okay, explosive substance is like a peach kind of color, and you can see the word explosive inside there. Okay, this is similar to our global harmonizing system. Pernah ke tengok global harmonizing system yang black, white, and red? Kita normally guna atas kita punya labeling, on kita punya chemical labeling. It actually has like this similar bomb explosion, but dia tak ada perkataan explosive. It's just gambar sahaja. So it's similar. Alright. And number two, if you see it's pure red, if it's pure red, it's actually inflammable liquid. Okay, and as you can see, the background is red in color and the wording inside, the symbol is either black or white in color. All right, just now one of the question, I think some of you got it right. Inflammable solids, okay? inflammable solids, we can see ada belang warna merah dengan putih. Okay. And this one, the next one is solid spontaneously combustible, right? So this is for solid. All right, question to the team, to everyone in front of me. How do you identify inflammable solid and liquid? What is the characteristics you're supposed to know? How do you identify this? Because both also similar, betul?
Betul?
Yes, then macam mana you identify it between solid and liquid? All right, this one you have to refer back to your waste characteristic from your lab. Okay, dia akan bagi you flash point and your boiling point, and this will be your how do I say, your meeting point to say whether it's still in the inflammable solid or inflammable liquid. Okay. Solid, okay, dangerous when wet, as you can see. Oxidizing substance is yellow in color. Oxidizing substance together with organic peroxide, similar. You can actually use it for both. Can you all see oxidizing substance on the below?
Yes.
And peroxide, organic peroxide, similar, same label as well. Okay. And toxic substance, I think most of the companies kita guna yang toxic substance selalu. Tengkorak saja kita tampal dekat semua kita punya tong-tong. Because we don't know how to identify it, we just use this. Or yang paling famous ialah miscellaneous. Pernah ke tengok miscellaneous? Have you all seen miscellaneous before? Miscellaneous dangerous substance. Okay, just now the first question, right, was infectious substance. Have you all seen this? It's actually not radiation, it's infectious. It's normally for your biohazard, like how someone replied, but it's not biohazard, it's more of infectious substance. Okay, this one is black and white lah. Okay, and corrosive substance, macam you all can see, the test tubes, and then ada tangan, you can see macam terhakis lah. And this is our also most famous used label, miscellaneous dangerous substance. Okay, so normally this one and the tengkorak sign selalu you boleh nampak. Okay, and if it comes to like lubricant atau you punya SW417, waste paint, waste liquor, and lacquer and all, you will need to actually see your SDS, that's one thing, and also your lab characteristic results. Boleh?
Boleh?
Is it wrong if generally label our SW as toxic? Actually, it's not wrong. Yeah, you use it for clinical cases for your earlier infectious substance. And if you're talking toxic, actually not really wrong. Normally, I just tampal normally yang toxic punya sahaja. But the best is, right, if you are not aware of which label should be used, DM lah you punya officers, okay, PUI officers, Jabatan Lalu Kita punya officers, and ask them, sorry, I'm new in scheduled waste management. Can you please guide me through on what label is the best? Okay. Any questions so far? All right. Also, please don't call me Cikgu. I'm just Ish. Okay, can call me Ish. Don't worry. Okay. So have you all seen your labels before? And I mean your label, like the tampal of it, not just the pictogram or the information below. Okay. As you can see, you actually have to divide into two halves. The first half will be your pictogram. Okay, like I said, it has to be at least 10 cm, 10 cm, dia punya diagonals. Okay, dia punya diamond shape too at least has to be 10 cm. And 10 cm, if you see, it's actually more than half of a A4 paper size already. Okay, and don't forget, dia kena 45 degrees angle lah. Okay, from the down, the both diagonals down here. And then the second part will be your printed information. Okay, there's the few information you're supposed to write it on. Okay, which shall be your code buangan. So your code buangan is your SW. Nama buangan is sebelah SW tu ada the full perkataan, right? Just copy paste daripada internet ke apa ke. Tarikh dikeluarkan is when it was first generated, okay? Nama pengeluar is apa? You punya waste generator. Alamat pengeluar is has waste generator punya address and the telephone number. Pernah ke anyone ditegur because of your wrong printed out as well? Well, this should be the urutan lah, huh? Code, nama, tarikh, your name, I mean the name of the company, the address of the company, and the phone number. All right, Miss Akira, very good question. I think you asked very little fluorescent tube and contaminated containers. Do we need to have competent person and request extend period since generation is low? Yes, you can write to DOE and ask. Regarding competent person, I am not very sure. But if you're talking about you want to extend maybe in a year, tak nak buang schedule waste ke, you can ask them for a long period of time. Sampai like you think that at least like 10 kg ke, or maybe like 1 ton finally has been collected, then you want to dispose. You can slow talk with DOE, or you better have a written approval from them. Because we are scared if we do not comply to this particular regulation, they might find us. So best is to be transparent and be open with them, saying that we would want to be subjected and to comply with regulation, but we don't want to, keep wasting our resources on the disposal. So can we have at least, instead of 2 times a year, we dispose once a year? Yeah, I have actually gotten cases where people actually written and they normally give approval. Yeah. All right, you're welcome. Okay, so far, everybody? Ken, still with me?
Okay.
Ken, all right. Okay, so these are few examples. If you can see, mudah terbakar, korosif. Okay, pepecah boleh mudah terbakar secara spontan, spontaneous. And campuran pelbagai bahan berbahaya, so miscellaneous. So miscellaneous is berbagai. Okay. Are you all with me now? Still with me?
Yes.
Ken, right? Okay. We are almost ending already, okay? So steps of preparation of your 7th schedule, okay? So waste stream audit, okay? So what your waste stream audit is, you refer to your SDS, the process flow and mechanics origin of the waste. So you identify the chemical elements involved. So this is all you can actually get it from your SDS. Your SDN is actually like your overall Bible for your chemical. So the characterization, physical analysis means you see the physical appearance of it. The chemical analysis part, okay, this is where the toxicity characteristic leaching procedure is, where you actually send to your lab stuff, okay, and then to identify the actual waste characteristic, because chemically we cannot analyze, but physically we can, whether it's liquid in room temperature, or when you melt it, is it still room temperature, or does it vaporize? All these characteristics you can physically see. Okay, to create the waste card, data from a physical analysis, data from chemical analysis, toxicity status from a TCLP, and you can formulate your 7th schedule. Okay, so your 7th schedule actually already has the template in our regulation 13. Okay, and if you go to our regulation as well, they already give you the template. So the properties, example in your section A, the category of the waste according to your first schedule, the origin of it, and your physical properties, like I say, flash point, boiling point, like I said, room temperature, whether it gas, liquid, sludge form, solid form, vapor, lighter, heavier than air, okay, solubility in water, whether it can soluble or not, the waste is lighter or heavier than water density, the risk if you're inhale, oral intake, or dermal contact. So this risk and all, you can actually get it from your SDS, because they will tell you if you actually inhale or you accidentally drank it, or either you eat it, what will happen to you. Handling of waste. So handling of waste also refer to your SDS, because the PPE will mention that. Okay, procedure, packaging, transporting, storage, that can also be taken from your guideline. Okay, appropriate label. So label of the containers and recommended method of disposal. And your C section is talking about precaution of spill. So if any accidental spill, who you're supposed to call, those kind of information as well. Number two, in case of dermal contact to your eyes, what are you supposed to do? Your first aid measures will be there. And steps to be taken in case of spill or accident discharge causing material damage arising from spill on the floor, spill into the water, fire, explosion. Okay. All right. Can everybody so far understand this? A lot of the information is actually bits and pieces. Some you figure from SDS, some is physical properties, and some is chemical properties from your lab analysis. So there are a bit of pieces here and there. That's why it'll take a bit of time for you to do it. But once you do it, it's one-time job lah. Tak payah nak repeat balik unless your new schedule is already generated that you need to register in your version 2.0, and then you will have to redo this again lah. This is a one-time job, but it'll take a lot of energy and effort, no doubt. Okay. Okay, so benefit of waste acceptance criteria. So I think this is where version 2.0 states, right, why what.
Mà áp bao cổ tao hồi chụp boy.
Okay, and the waste receiver to comply with condition of compliance schedule with regards with the waste acceptance criteria to ensure only targeted waste collected and received at the waste receiver premises. The thing is sometimes waste receiver dia ambil daripada banyak tempat, betul, because they are the end user, okay, like not end user, like end receiver. So what will happen is sometimes maybe your acceptance criteria is different, okay? Maybe your acid is a bit too concentrated, and other people's acid where they collect from is less concentrated. So meaning to say, this mereka ambil daripada punya tempat, dia punya the corrosion can happen, the corrosion rate can happen. So that's why your waste receiver, mereka hati-hati sangat. Sometimes they are the only people that will take that particular waste code, but mereka takkan ambil because they scared that, oh, your acceptance criteria is not accepted by them. Oh, that's why you will have to only dispose dekat quality alam, and quality alam bukan it's not cheap lah in the way, because they're all the way in Seremban or Negeri Sembilan. So it's for them to come collect, you have to pay for their transportation and all. It's a big sum, okay? And to ensure pollution control is installed at premise able to cope with incoming waste to be proceeded, to assist waste generator to handle their waste according to the waste management hierarchy, to assist the waste generator to identify the licensed facility. So this is all information on facilities, treatment, disposal schedules. The code all semua boleh dapat daripada e-space. Okay. Okay. Section 4, handling of storage of scheduled waste. Okay. Objective of schedule waste management, like earlier, to ensure schedule waste management is identified and classified accordingly to prevent schedule waste is being released environmentally illegally. Okay, to ensure safe disposal of schedule waste, to implement a cradle to cradle or cradle to grave. Which one do you all prefer? Cradle to cradle or cradle to grave? Which one do you think is better? Cradle to grave or cradle to cradle? Yes, very good. Cradle to cradle. Cradle to grave? Oh no. It's cradle to cradle. I agree. Yes, it's much more better for cradle to cradle. Okay, meaning to say other people's rubbish is someone else's gold. Boleh faham ke? That apa tu pepatah in English, they always say other people's rubbish is someone else's gold. Meaning to say someone else's rubbish can be used for other people's business or other people's way of getting an income. Okay. Good example I can say is the lubricant oil. Okay, some of us, we use lubricant oil dalam kita punya forklift lah, kita punya machinery and all. Okay, once you've already used it, you can store it into your IBC tanks, and then you have one of this Mumtaz Flora, they actually do recycle back or they pay to you, meaning to mereka akan bayar dekat you. Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. My bad. my bad. Because I was actually too tired of sitting still. My bad. Oops. Okay. So do you understand the whole cradle to cradle? Cradle to grave, meaning to say is from operation, it goes up to your landfill. Okay. Understood, everybody? Ken? Okay. So now we talk about challenges. Okay, challenges of schedule waste management. Okay, management of scheduled waste is one of the most critical environmental issues in Malaysia. Even in affluent pun still okay lah, because we are very blessed and lucky. Malaysia, we always have rain. So in a way, if some companies tak buat dengan cara betul, affluent pun tak apa, at least dia boleh dilute dengan air hujan ke apa ke, somehow nature will play its way. But the problem is you do not manage your schedule waste. So the first challenge is insufficient technology and facilities. Do you all think that's right? Or do you all think that's nonsense? Or do you think Malaysia is not up to the par yet in technology and facility? Also, y'all can actually discuss, guys. It would be nice to hear y'all talk also. If not, you'll keep hearing my own voice and Mr. Shafiq's voice. Going to that standard. Are we going to that standard, or we're moving towards the standard? Okay, understood. Okay, anyone will want to beg to differ? Insufficient technology and facility? Okay, next one, lack of recycling market. That's one thing I would say. Insufficient technology and facility, I will strongly agree, because like somebody was saying earlier, one particular schedule waste just to find the characteristics is 1.5K. Imagine if you have three or four, if like it's 4 means it's almost 6K just on your lab analysis. And imagine if you're a small industrial player, how do you expect small industrial player to fork out almost 6K just for the lab analysis? No doubt it's a long-term investment, is one time too, but in case if you add additional schedules in the upcoming years, then you will have to send back again to the lab. Okay, so it's a little bit insufficient in that part. Okay, lack of recycling market, true, because how many things from our schedule waste that we can recycle back? Very little, actually very handful of it actually you can recycle back. Okay, next one, insufficient fund or encourage of waste minimization activity. That's also one thing. Okay, insufficient regulation. Do you think it's insufficient? Oh, there's actually a business opportunity here. Miss Zahida Ali, I think, talking about her company actually buys waste. Okay, anybody can contact her. Her number is there also. Only for business purposes, guys. Okay. All right. So insufficient regulation, do you think that's insufficient regulation? I think the regulation is in place. It's just that for us to abide, for us to follow to, is very insufficient. So I think the blame is to us now. Okay. Expensive disposal cost. Do you all think it's expensive? I would say more enforcement. Actually, yeah. But enforcement also, it can go terbalik in the sense of, how do I say, yeah? It can turn back and become karma to yourself, meaning to say, if it's you enforce too much also, then if people do not subject to it, then you might ditendang balik if your compliance is not strong. Yeah, but expensive, I totally agree. It's not cheap, because you have to pay for transportation costs. Okay, we have to pay for the disposal costs. Okay, so jika you generate sampah pun we kena pay. All right, and lastly, low awareness in public. Okay, so yes, maybe Encik Hafiz, you can write a letter to DOE and ask to do more online, or maybe more public awareness training in the malls. Okay. All right. So this is all a few challenges that we have actually, such as illegal dumping that happened in Sungai Kim in the year 2019, disease transmission such as clinical waste. Okay, since we're talking about clinical waste, what do you all think about the schedule waste management, about our COVID-19, our swab test? What do you all think as an overall? Do you think it was managed properly? Yep, I agree. The cost is expensive. Management figures is extra cost just to dispose it. Do you know my previous company, schedule waste management was one of our objectives to reduce. So imagine I had to prove this in our management review. Those who know ISO 14,000, I had to make sure that I reduced my schedule waste cost. That was one of my challenges. Okay. All right, back to the disease transmission. Do you all think Malaysia managed our clinical waste well? This is to the floor. I'm asking in general. Do you all think you all managed it right? We managed it right? Yes, Mr. Shawal. Do you want to explain further? How did we? Oh, okay. Malaysia, in the sense of us, has domestic waste. Industrial, I know we had to be subjected to scheduled waste management, but what about us as domestic? Do you think we did it right? I don't think we did it right. I mean, that's to me. But anybody wants to have this conversation, please do. Be very nice to do it. Good question. Do we have ever a guideline for COVID waste last time? Did we? I thought kami just buang dekat domestic waste saja. Betul kan? Yes. Yes, I agree. There's a bit of room of improvement. I agree. So maybe in the future, if I mean not in the future, just pray to God there's no any more pandemic. But in case any epidemic that happens, we can manage it better in the sense of maybe might have like areas that we can go and dispose, not just endanger our waste collectors, meaning to say our council people. Okay, those people at the lorry sampah, because we are endangering them. They're already carrying our domestic waste. That's a big thing already. We thank them for for what they do. But the thing is, in scheduled waste or in clinical waste, we should actually have a designated area, if you ask me, that we can go and dump it ourselves. Okay. Oh, you allow the employees to bring the waste back up. Oh, that's a smart way, because you didn't want it to declare scheduled waste 404, is it? Because I think back then SW404 also was a big thing for them to dispose. So like quality alam had to incinerate them. Okay, incinerate them means membakar them. Yeah, correct. Many companies dispose it as 404. I agree. Okay. Right. I kind of like this open discussion that is happening. But it would be nice if you'll actually talk actually. But never mind, I understand some of you are shy. Oh, okay. Understood. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good, Miss Ragini. That's very nice of y'all to do that. Very good. Kudos to your management. Very good. Okay. Yeah, good boss. Yeah, I agree. Can PPE waste boleh kumpul for 1 year? What kind of PPE waste are you talking about? Miss Lulubai? Miss Akila, you're saying, can we ask the vendor to collect our container bag, even the vendor do not have collect bag program under DOE? Face mask and rubber gloves, okay, yes. Ini semua you need to ask approval daripada DOE. Jika you boleh simpan setahun, boleh just simpan setahun and dispose one time. It all depends if you dapat approval daripada DOE ke tak. And regarding Miss Akila, I think your question is saying that vendor to collect your container back, meaning to say you recycle back to the same vendor that yang sell you, the supplier yang sell you. Is that what you're trying to say? Okay. Maybe any more questions you can keep putting into the chat box, right? Okay, so waste management hierarchy. Okay, so cradle to cradle is reduction, meaning to say we really do recycle back our work or our products. Reuse, recycling. Okay, you minimized your waste. Okay, and then it's also a form of recovery as well. Okay, disposal and treatment is your pre-treatment. Okay, incinerate or you solidify, or the worst of the worst will be landfill. Yes, you can actually ask your suppliers to collect back the containers. That would be actually a greater way. Meaning to say, the chemical container you hantar balik dekat supplier yang bagi you boleh. Yeah, because in a way they also save money if you talk about supplier, because they don't have to create more bucket atau create more containers. Boleh faham? Can all right. Okay, so treatment and final disposal of different types of scheduled waste. So incineration is for waste contain organic carbon level more than 10%. Okay. Stabilization, solidification, physical or chemical treatments, stabilizes neutral inorganic waste, reduces hazardous substance mobility, meaning to say you just mobile it. Okay. System traps containments within their host medium, bind them into solid matrix. So if it's a liquid form, it will try to solidify them so that it doesn't like run away, okay, or it doesn't like flow out. Okay, recycling, bring an objective back to the state of raw material that can be used again for further production or consumption. Secure landfill is like a final destination, meaning to say travel to grave state. Okay, final destination to incineration byproducts like slags, fly ashes. Okay, cleaning products or other residual that undergo solidification processes. So meaning to say sometimes like buckets of paint and all also, if we can recycle back will be good, but the punya sludge will have to go back to solidification landfill lah. Okay. Okay. Safe handling of scheduled basis. Okay. How many of you all actually, since most of you are competent people here in this class, do you all actually wear proper PPE, mask lah, goggles lah, apron, gloves while handling your schedule waste? Ada ke?
Ada.
Oh, yes, bagus. That's good. Very good. So when you prevent inhalation, because inhalation of breathing of fumes or hazardous gas, you will have to wear your proper PPE. The question is to the team, okay? Because in our schedule waste, there's so many different types, and different schedule wastes have different types of PPE. Macam mana you guys wear then? My voice is fading away. Still fading away. Is it okay now?
Sorry?
Is my voice okay now?
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So question is better now? Okay, better. Perfect. Yeah, the question is, so you have different schedule wastes, but also your different schedule wastes have different SDS, right? So different SDS will mention like different PPE to wear. Then what will you subject to? Which one you akan ikut? Boleh faham ke question tu?
Can you repeat again the question?
Okay. Oh, sorry, am I too fast?
No,
Okay.
no, it's okay.
Okay, it's okay?
It's
No,
okay.
yeah. The smart one, the most dangerous one. But what if you're just handling cotton rags, contaminated cotton rags? Macam mana you nak pakai semua PPE, coverall semua nak pakai? No need.
No need. No need.
No need. Okay. All right. So again, this one is to you all as well. Okay. There's no right or wrong. Okay. Meaning to say, when you're handling a specific schedule waste, or if you're overall in the room, make sure you just wear the proper PPE that is required. Okay. So if you have like any tendency of spill that can happen, so make sure you wear your apron or you think your coverall. Because once you wear your coverall, most of us, our schedule waste stores are outside. And once you pakai that, you come out, you'll be all sweaty. So best is just wear like normal apron, the basic PPE that is needed, okay, to help you stay away from getting contaminated lah, or in contact with schedule waste. Okay, so ingestion, you should not swallow or eat or drink any schedule waste. Okay, absorption, being absorbed through skin. Okay. So safe handling, never eat, drink or smoke while handling schedule waste. Question to the team again, have you all been asked, do not smoke sign depan you punya schedule waste store? Yes, okay, very important because sometimes some operators, mereka ingat boleh lepak layan depan kita punya store tu, mereka pergi je ignite only the smoke, that's it, explosion. Okay, we don't want that. Okay, use the necessary PPE like I mentioned. Always wash your hands after handling schedule waste. Ensure that the schedule 7 schedule is available always. I don't know how many of you all actually print and keep your schedule waste 7 outside or inside. It's a good practice if you actually ask me, because once the schedule waste 7 is considered like an SDS, okay, like a city data sheet of your each schedule waste that you already produced. That's why it's called a waste card. Okay, and you follow your in-house SOP lah atau work instruction yang korang ada. Okay, schedule waste containers free from damages, no hole, no rusty, no dented, no bulging. Okay, you cannot use anything that will corrode. Okay, do not use steel containers. Please do not use steel containers. Okay, how many of y'all use IBCs, corrugated boxes, or jumbo bags? So I think last time Miss Elena, I think, mentioned for her 1 kg SQ410, I think you can actually use corrugated boxes. If you want, boleh guna macam earlier open tank. Any plastic boxes that you can open top and then tie it in front, tie it on top. Yeah, okay, you can actually just use normal this one. You can also wrap it like a Shopee punya box nanti. Okay, these are just few examples and ideas you all can use. So clinical waste, as you can see, the label is already on top of your bucket. You can see SW404 and infectious substance is written on it. Okay, all right. So incompatibility, I think some of you all are aware, those who have actually gotten through your competency class for schedule waste management, you have learned about incompatibility. Do you all still remember this? Atau ingat lupa? So for Chegu, okay, I also don't quite remember much, but this one actually best is you refer back to your legal. Okay, they have group A, group B, and then they actually have told you why you cannot mix. Okay, why you cannot mix group A? Maybe like group A is acid and maybe group B is base. You cannot mix it. Why? Because maybe heat generation can happen or violent reaction can happen. So they have actually this how do I say, the do and don'ts in your legal. Okay. But if you want to take a picture of this also can, no problem. Anybody want to take a picture? Can? Okay, question from whom? This one talking about. Miss Alina, you said, may I know in E-Swiss version 2 if wanted to do a new notification for SW409? What should I choose to? What should I choose to do as packaging, right? If you can, tong drum macam mana? How big is your size? You can actually put it in your jumbo bags. Yang tong drum yang besar-besar tu, oh, 200 liter. 200 liter is, it's quite big, right? You can hear me now? Can? Yeah, can. Okay, perfect. Okay. Yeah, 200 liter is big. Is either can your in-house person actually try to create like a small, how do I say, like a small pallet size container that you can actually stock inside? My previous company, we used to actually do that. I used to have a guy under me. He used to make them like a small packaging like that, like a big box actually. And then kita akan letak semua barang dalam tu, all the tong part all, and even these drums all also, we'll put it inside and then we'll wrap it as a plastic. So far, no complaints from our waste collector, so I assumed it was okay. Yeah, I think Safi is also saying. Okay. All right. Storage area shall be a proper designated area far away from manufacturing processing area, okay, employees area, no smoking, okay, far away from the source of heat. Okay, I've seen some companies mereka punya store dengan canteen bersebelahan, so please be careful. Okay, away from the area that is potential to be flooded or close edge to the hill or slope. Okay, because we don't want It easily can be flooded, air akan masuk dalam and that's it. Okay. One more question. Have you all actually caged your schedule waste store? Or dia open air saja? Anyone boleh pergi belakang? Haiwan pun boleh pergi belakang sana, duduk di tempat yang redup. Boleh ke? Can or cannot? Can? Cannot? Oh, you all don't know. Okay, best is to, oh, sorry. The question is, can it be without cage? Can you see like the picture down there? The fire on the left-hand side? Can your schedule waste store be without any cage? Or can it be open? Okay, yeah. Betul ke Encik Hafiz? Cannot. Yeah, why cannot? Must be closed, correct. It has to be closed down. Okay, and who should be holding the kunci? Oh, cannot hear me. No, cannot hear me. Cannot quote. Yes, you cannot. Okay, your schedule waste has to be logged. Okay, has to be logged. The one holding the key can be your competent person or your safety health officer. Okay, because we don't want other people to go inside. Can? Okay, so schedule waste storage area should not be any nearby the public drain. It should be with roofing. Okay, stacking mode cannot be stacked more than 3 tier. Okay, maybe some companies they like to stack it more than 3 tier. Okay, it also depends on your storage. How high is your schedule waste store? Okay, and lastly, it has to be with label lah. Okay, jangan just buang sini sana. Yes, the one who's holding them and manage the store should be the one holding the keys, correct? Okay, this is where I was talking about the storage design criteria, providing 25% extra storage capacity of the actual maximum amount of waste generated. This one, if you ask me, 25% extra storage capacity, how do you know which is your maximum amount of waste generated? So how I justify this is your biggest IBC tank or your biggest container. Okay, that's 100% of the amount already. You plus 25%, so 125% over 100 times with the amount that you generate or how much is the total capacity, you will get the area of the volume. So based on the volume, you will have to create the waste storage area. Okay, and storage again, it should not be more than 180 days, not more than 20 metric tons, and it's a restricted area. Okay, and clearly you have to put from far, danger, schedule storage, and non-smoking area. Okay, and also you have to put the PIC in charge of this store. You will have to put the person's name, also the phone number. Are you guys aware of this? Please put your, if you all are schedule waste competent person, please put your number on the, what do you call it, your store area. Yes, you will have to put your name there because DOE will ask siapa in charge of this place, because in case tiba-tiba there's a fire and they have to call and inform you, at least they have a PIC that they have to call. If not, there's no any emergency number yang mereka boleh call. Okay. All right. Storage design criteria. Okay, flooring covered with concrete free of cracks and gaps because we don't want any land pollution. Okay, it has to be sheltered, roofed, and covered with suitable covering material. Containment should be at least 110% of the largest container. So that's why I said the containment of the area should be at least 110 or 125% of the largest container. So at least dia tuang pun atau dia tumbang pun, at least capacity to store the secondary containment is at least 125%. And no opening. No. Okay. No opening in the tank to prevent any leakage. Okay. If put company name, this is actually talking about your schedule waste management store. Yeah, talking about the store, you have to put the PIC name there. Yes, company name is yes, one thing on the label, betul? But this is for the PIC number yang you're supposed to panggil. Okay, we'll amend it. Very good. Storage design criteria graded to a sump to prevent rainwater or surface water from entering, equipped with proper ventilation. Okay, ventilation is very important also because we don't want the room to be or the store area to be hot. Okay, and emergency exit. Incompatible waste should be not kept in the same area. So if it's acid should be together, acid base tak boleh letak together. So you will have to design your storage area properly. Okay, equipped with firefighting and necessary emergency response equipment. You should have your spill kit there as well. Storage design criteria. Okay, make sure container is closed at all time and smoking is prohibited. Okay, and if in case like macam cat punya bucket atau punya container, you can have a secondary containment. Okay, like a small tray down there. Okay, storage area inspection. You will actually, under the guidelines, it's actually mentioned you're supposed to do a checklist. Okay, you can either check it on a monthly basis, you can check whether your storage is in good condition or not. Okay. All right, this is just, I think everyone's aware you're supposed to dispose your schedule waste only at prescribed premises. Make sure you get dia punya license. Okay, normally license tu boleh tanya you punya waste collector, dia akan bagi. Okay. So we are at the last section already, section PPE. Okay, so these are basic PPE that you're supposed to wear while handling your schedule waste. Head protection, okay, your eye protection, okay, or either you can wear a face shield, okay, and respirator or your N95 mask, up to y'all. Some of the companies, I think I saw earlier, you all use some hazardous, I think gloves or something like that. If you think it's too much, you can actually wear a respirator, and respirator, make sure the cartridge, you take the proper cartridge. Okay, you have your color coding here. And to wear a proper mask, you're supposed to fit properly. So if to wear a respirator, you have to make sure there's a vacuum created. So once you have fitted it on your nose, make sure you press it so that the vacuum is already been made. So there's no any inhalation can happen of the contaminated gas or fume. Okay, hand protection, basic hand protection, make sure it's a chemical resistant glove. Okay, atau glove that is protect your hands. Feet and leg protection is either use your pacukang punya glove, shoes, atau you can use chemical resistant shoes juga. And lastly, your apron. If some companies yang sangat atas punya bolehlah pakai coverall, but I feel coverall will be a bit too much of a nuisance. If you ask me, better is just wear apron lah, normal apron. Okay. Okay, so if you have scheduled waste fire, okay, scheduled waste fire is pretty similar to chemical fire, okay, because it's more dangerous than any types of fire, because this is not just one fire we're dealing about, we're talking about hazardous gases as well being emitted. Okay, it can be spread quickly, okay, and it can threaten life and property. Releasing hazardous gas is very scary, so we don't want that. Do not try to control large fire by yourself. No doubt, if you have an ERT member or an ERT team, try not to handle the situation, try to alert your nearest authority or your bomba or your fire brigade or hazmat if it's possible, because recently I did a chemical handling training, and the company had a small chemical emergency, meaning to say the particular chemical should not get wet, but for some reason they were spraying water, the chemical got on fire, and some people went and pour more water on the chemical, and it became more aggressive. So when it became more aggressive, you could see the whole room macam berasap, and then they couldn't contain it themselves, and they had to call hazmat, because even bomba couldn't go in because they said this is not their field of expertise. So best is they had to call a hazmat in. Okay, and this is why it's very important to have your Schedule 7 and your SDS, in your office has one copy as well, and either can keep one copy dekat you punya in your house. Very important. Why? If you ask me, kenapa kena ada at least one copy dekat that house? Because they are the first level of defense. Okay, meaning to say mereka ada semua lah. Mereka kena ada first aid, kena ada this SDS list. Because you can provide to your fire brigade or your hazmat team. Okay, this is your normal fire extinguisher. Okay, you pull the pin, you aim the base, you squeeze the lever, and then you sweep it. site. Okay, how many of y'all actually have done chemical spill before? Chemical spill before? Pernah ke buat? Yes, okay, very
Yes.
good. You all already know this. Okay, very good. You can actually, how do I say, do a drill. Maybe you can plan the spill, sorry, recognize and evaluate the spill, evacuation if it's necessary, barricade the area. Okay, read your SOP. If you revise your SOP again, meaning to say jika evacuation just 5 minit, mereka ambil 6-7 minit, okay. Mereka, you know, like catwalk lah a bit, then you maybe boleh bagi show cause letter or something because they never followed the SOP. Okay, wear suitable PPEs to your ERT team. If you have any injured person, rescue them. Maybe you can do a bit of drama sedikit during your drill. Okay, you have to stop the source or close the source as possible, protect all the waste or pollutant that can get into the system, into your management system or your environment. Okay, clean up the spill, disposal of used absorbent. Okay, question again. Used absorbent, is that a schedule waste? Yeah, it should be a used schedule waste. Okay. This one, it depends. Okay, some companies mereka guna habuk kayu, okay, sawdust sebagai absorbent. Some use macam kain. So if it's kain, akan jadi SW 410 lah. But if you're using has sawdust ke pasir ke apa ke, it will be SW 408 then. Okay, boleh? Assessing the spill, refilling the spill kit once used. Okay, so this is one example of spill kit. All right, spill response plan. Okay. Training from time to time is very much important now because sometimes people tend to forget the emergency response plan. So best is if you can do this on a refresher course. Okay. So far, any more questions from y'all? Contain the spill is very important. In case there's a spill that happen, try to protect the environment first, meaning to say the drainage, the main drainage, because we don't want the chemical to spill into the main drain and contaminate the whole water source. Okay, that's why possible if all your drain all tolong ada cover lah, drain cover ke apa ke. Okay, again drain cover is expensive. Okay. Okay, after the spill, in case a major spill that has happened, please do report and record all this, notify your authority, review the incident. If you need to justify to the top management or to justify to authorities, define your root cause. This one normally safety, health, environment punya team atau department very good. In case ada accident pun, they are the first one to define the root cause. Okay, review the spill response procedure from time to time in case you need to have any improper improvement. Identify area for improvement, dispose spill kit as per schedule waste. So if it's a spill kit, if it's kain saja, it'll be SW410. If it's again sand ke sawdust ke, it'll be SW408. Okay, we have came to the end of the session. Oh. Okay. If minyak hitam spill, minyak hitam spill macam mana? Besar sangat ke spill tu, Kak Elena? Is it too much? Boleh buat sendiri ke? Boleh, boleh. No. Okay, if it's internally boleh clean, you don't have to. Meaning to say, if the spill is too big that dia sudah masuk sungai atau sudah masuk main drain orang, yes, boleh guna spill kit then okay. Yes. Alright. Okay, any questions from the shop floor and any questions from y'all? Requirement to install iWash emergency. Actually, all this is self-regulatory, if you ask me. It all depends also in your SDS. If it's mentioned you need to install, best is to refer to your SDS. Yeah. Okay. Any more questions so far? Okay, because if there's no questions, again, we are very pleased to have you all here today joining SQC. And sorry for any wrongdoing or harsh words. We just want to make this a fun-filled day. Miss Noor Hidayah, I think your question is, can we contact you after the training for any OSH related? Can, yes. Mr. Shafiq will take this, okay? Because he will take this. Okay. All right. Fruitful session. That's nice. I'm glad you all liked it. I'm sorry for any harsh words and all. I was just trying to make this a lively session. Okay. I think Mr. Zakia, Ms. Zakia, you asked, can we store waste in our lab? Put inside a cardboard and layer it with tray to prevent spill. Yes, you can put it in your waste in the lab, but the thing is your waste required to be in the air conditioned area? Because normally labs chemicals are cold area, they need cold environment. So if you need to, then you can. If you need to have it an overall store, meaning to say a one-stop store, then it has to be in your schedule waste. Okay, I hope it was fruitful for some of y'all. Thank you. Oh, that's so sweet. Yes. Okay, before that, please don't leave yet, guys. Calm down. You will need to do training evaluation. The link will be sent also on the chat, and also y'all can scan the QR code if y'all want to. Sharing the screen right now. Can you all see? Can?
Yes.
Yes, perfect. Can you all also, if we cannot click the link, you can actually do your QR. You can use your phone. All right. Thank you all for being such good participants as well. All right, you're welcome, Miss Alina. Please do give good ratings. Oh, dear. Oh, okay. Okay, once you're done, you can exit the call. And thank you so much again. Do keep supporting SQC, and we'd like to see you all in the future. Thank you. Have a good day and have a good evening. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye. You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye.
You're welcome. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Welcome. Have a good day.
Have a good day to you too.
Thank you. You're welcome. Yes, definitely. Dihalalkan, don't worry. Thank you so much, Miss Haslinda. Hope you enjoyed the session. All right, you're welcome. Thank you so much, Miss Samir.